Hey everyone! Welcome back to another SOAR episode from this season's theme of book trailers for books that provide food for thought. If you haven't already, be sure to listen to last week's episode on The Awakening by Kate Chopin. Today's book trailer is for the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass by Frederick Douglass himself. His autobiography begins with his birth as a slave in Maryland to an unknown white man and enslaved mother. He worked for decades on fields in Baltimore, where he somehow managed to learn how to read and write, at first with help from his mistress, Mrs. Auld, but then through paying young white boys in the city bread to teach him once his master found out about the mistress's actions. After reading books that present arguments against slavery, Douglass is determined to escape and achieve freedom. He starts to rebel against his cruel master Thomas, and is sent to Covey, a slave owner known for breaking the spirits of slaves. Douglass spends a horrid 6 months full of whippings and sorrow until he can't take it anymore and runs to Thomas, telling him of the terrible treatment he has faced under Covey. Thomas simply sends him back to Covey, and expecting great punishment for his actions, Douglass is frightened. Another slave, Sandy Jenkins, gives him a magic root that supposedly will protect him. When Covey comes to whip Douglass, he fights back and actually gives Covey a good beating. Guess the root worked, because he isn't whipped again. A few months later, he is sent to a new master, William Freeland. Douglass and a few other slaves there plan to escape to the north, but their plan is foiled at the last second due to a traitor tattletelling on them. Who would do such a thing? Why would they rat them out? Will Douglass and the others suffer punishment? How will Douglass eventually escape? Read to find out and join this inspiring story of courage and perseverance. For me, this book was full of suspension and emotion. It was difficult to imagine a lot of what was being described in the book as actually real. Douglass is truly inspirational. This book is full of slavery, escape, action, adventure, change, lessons, growth, perseverance, courage, hope, and is truly a book that I would recommend. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave a rating and a review, and to spread the word about SOAR to achieve its goal of promoting reading. I implore you to soar.